In my last episode, I talked about the social epidemic of loneliness. It's a really serious epidemic, and I challenge us all to be a part of the solution. Um, how do we do that? One of the best ways to do that is by becoming a hospitable person. By that, I don't just mean that you open up your home and share meals with people, which is part of it, but that you actually cultivate a hospitable heart. I'm thinking about the importance of hospitality because in February, my friend Steve and his wife Illana opened up their home to me in Puerto Vallarta. I'm not going to say that name right, but anyway, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and invited me down to come and stay with them for a week as I enjoyed a study leave. So I'm going to share a little bit about the hospitality I experienced with them, and then make some applications, 5 practices for us to do in cultivating a heart of hospitality. Okay, so the first thing that Steve did was he met me at the airport. He welcomed me, and I remember getting off of the out of the terminal and this hot, beautiful sunny day, and looking around and finally seeing Steve and just that connection, being seen, being known. And really being delighted in the fact that he was there to welcome me was a big deal. We went out after that for lunch and just enjoyed catching up and talking about the week and making plans and dreaming about the fun that we would have. They opened their home to me. It was a beautiful condo that looked out over the water, over the ocean. I had a room of my own, and we just, we had this beautiful place to stay in. Steve made meals for us, cooked dinner almost every night. And so they opened the door to their home. Something of a stranger. I mean, we know each other, but they don't know me that well. But they opened up their home in their place. Every morning, Steve and I would go walk on the beach, and we would talk, and that was a time for our hearts to open up to each other about our lives, our dreams, our challenges, and our struggles, and just how we want to grow and be in this next chapter of our life. Those were meaningful conversations. They also shared in things that they love to do. For example, we went on a late night bike ride that happens, I think, on Wednesday nights down to the downtown Puerto Vallarta, and just had a really fun time doing that. We went on hikes, beautiful hikes along the coastline. Of course, we played pickleball. They welcomed me into the circle of their friends. I remember playing shuffleboard and with one of Steve's friends, and we just laughed like we were kids. It was super fun, and so not only did they open up their heart and their home to me, but they also opened up their circle, their friends, and invited me in. The last night there, we went to dinner at their favorite restaurant. It was such a fun place, and there was, the bands playing and the singing of Happy Birthday, and we just had a blast. On our way home, we sang songs and just just had one of those special nights of friendship.
Everybody now, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will, to see you again. Come on, y'all. Winter, spring, summer, or fall.
So what are those 5 practices of hospitality? How do you and I cultivate a hospitable heart? How can we become people of breathtaking hospitality? Maybe we don't have a place of our own. Maybe we don't have other things. But, for me as a Christian Presbyterian pastor, our great example of hospitality is a person named Jesus Christ, who did not have a home that he was able to open up. But he had a hospitable heart. He welcomed people into his life, and he changed them forever because of his welcome. So you don't have to have a lot of things. You don't have to have money. You don't have to have a house to invite people into or to stay with you. You don't even have to have your own table to invite people over for meals. You can go out. The point I'm trying to make is we can all cultivate a hospitable heart. So here are 5 practices of hospitality. First of all, the first practice is to see the other person. A hospitable person sees people. And not only do I mean that you see them, you see them with your eyes, but I mean you see them, that you actually care about them, that you notice them, that you maybe your eyes light up and you delight in the fact that they're there. Maybe you call out their name, but the point is that you recognize them, that you care about them, and there is some joy and delight in their presence. People long to be cherished. They long to be known. They long to be delighted in. And to have a hospitable heart, you need to, first of all, just see people. The second practice of a hospitable heart is that you welcome people in. You welcome them into your life. Louisa May Alcott said the 2 most beautiful words in the English language are "come in." And that's what a hospitable heart says. Come into my life. Come into, in other words, there is the opening of doors into friendships around the pickleball court. Come play with me. The point is that you are bringing people into your life. You're not closing them out. The walls and doors of your heart aren't completely shut to other people, but you are welcoming them in. The third practice of a hospitable heart is that you actually are interested in other people. You want to know them. You want to listen to them. You want to know more about their story. You're more curious about them than certain about them. That's important because each of us are fighting a great battle. Each of us have our challenges and struggles. And to want to know a person is to want to know their story, to want to understand the battles that they face, to actually care about them. And so the ministry of listening, just taking the time to ask the next question, taking the time to care and to know and to draw the other person out. That is the third practice of a hospitable heart. The fourth practice is just going deeper in that. So you see them, you welcome the other person in, you get to know them, and this fourth step is that you actually make yourself vulnerable. You share your hopes and dreams. You let them into solidarity with your life. There is the sharing of one's heart, the sharing of who you are, the sharing of your story and of your longings and your passions and your dreams with the other person, so that there's an exchange. You get to know them and they get to know you. That's vulnerability. There's some transparency involved in that. The fifth step is that simple but very symbolic and very powerful step of sharing a meal, table fellowship, eating a meal together. For some reason, sitting at the table, eating a meal together, laughing, telling stories, experiencing, that communion in the Christian tradition, the fellowship or communion that you experience around the table is super meaningful. And that's sort of the final, you could say the final step of hospitality. And when you are at that place with people, you are practicing hospitality, and you are doing a big part to end loneliness. And I want us to be people, as we think about our life together, as we think about what it means to just enjoy the sport of pickleball, to also begin to cultivate hospitable hearts. That's my challenge to you today.
Hello, this is Illana Long, and I'm so excited to be here with my cup of this coffee life because it wakes me up and it smells so good while I write Pickleballers, the romantic comedy. And I'm just glad to be here with my regular computer and my oatmeal and a delicious cup of coffee.